in case some of
This meeting
y'all,
is being recorded.
in case this is your first time joining. So our mission is to build sustained political power with low-income communities and communities of color in Arizona. We do that by accelerating organizations, by focusing on leadership development in electoral campaigns as we incubate organizations and solutions to mobilize voters and build capacity. It's quite a mouthful, but essentially, we are here to support you, support all of our partners, and kind of a part of our mission to incubate and accelerate is kind of doing this training tonight. So, hopefully, you're able to take some of the lessons that we've learned tonight and apply them, and hopefully, we can continue to be of support to you. So, I guess I'll pause if anybody has any questions about who we are, what we do. Cool. Awesome. Let's go ahead and move on. Oh my God, it's me. So that's me. And I wanted to mix it up because I think we're used to all of our like, this is me, I do this, I do that. Like that was my robot voice. So a little bit about me. I kind of just said this is my life in randomness. To the left, on the left top corner, that's my puppy Junie. Love her dearly. She's sitting in my purse inside of a grocery cart. Take her with me kind of everywhere. Then to the right of that, that's the state of Texas. That's where I'm from. Even though I've been in Arizona for like 8 years, still carry that lineage with me. So I wanted to share some of that. And then to the right and below that is this meal I had like 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry if you're hungry and you're looking at this like, oh my gosh. So it was tuna steak and with this like zucchini pasta, and I made my own dressing. I made like this dressing for the first time. There was cilantro and I think lime and had garlic in it, put it in the blender. I was so proud of myself, so proud that I had to put it on the slide. So I really enjoy cooking, kind of just getting into that. If you ever need recipes, hit me up. You can email me. I'll send you recipes. I literally keep track of all of them. And then below that, this colorful situation going on. I love music. I love to create music. I play bass. I love to listen to music, all kinds. But I think my top genres right now are like, I love jazz and I love bossa nova, like just to chill to or like to cook to. Kind of that whole like genre. But I listen to like pretty much everything. And then at the bottom, I'm a Scorpio. Felt like that was necessary to include. And yeah, that's a little bit about me. Yes, water sign, water gang. Oh no, is there some Scorpio hate going on? Okay, they said JK. Okay, I thought so. So that's a little bit about me. So we got some group norms. I know there's like so many slides. You're like, let's just get to Canva, but it's important that we establish some norms so that we're all on the same page. We all feel safe and respected as we are sharing tonight in the Zoom. So I'm gonna read the first one, but I'm gonna ask for some volunteers to help me. So some of our group norms, this first one is what's said here stays here, what's learned here leaves here. And to me, that means kind of just, like what's said here stays here, meaning just respecting people's privacy in case anyone shares anything that they didn't want kind of just around the town, let's keep it in the Zoom, let's keep it respectful. But acknowledging that information that is provided here, we're allowed to take that with you. I want you to take that with you so you can apply that to your personal life, to your work life, or wherever it applies. So that's kind of my take on this first one. Does anyone want to help me out with the second one?
I can go. So flow in, flow out, take space, make space.
And what does that mean
sorry?
to you?
I think what it means to me is like participate, but also like know when you need to like rein it back a little bit. And then the flowing in and flowing out, it's okay. Like if things happen in the background, if you need to like step away and then come back to this, like that's fine.
Yes, thank you so much. You wrapped that up perfectly. Does anyone want to take the third one?
Sure. Y'all caught me in a bite, but one speaker, one mic, meaning that we can only hear like one person at a time because we are on Zoom. So I would say if people have anything to say, anything to add, to feel free to use the chat and maybe raise the hand with the feature that Zoom has so that we can speak.
Awesome. Thank you, Paula and Tanya. I'll take care of this last one, and it is jargon giraffe. So essentially, just we're learning new things here. So if I say something that you don't understand or you never heard of that word before, just flag me, come off mute, just let me know that you're unfamiliar with it, and I'll be more than happy to explain. If you're like, I don't know what an upload is, what is Canva, what is any of this, like I'll elaborate and do that. So that's it. Unless we miss anything, feel free to let us know. Sweet. Okay, so here's some learning objectives that I crafted for tonight. So just a little bit of insight into what to expect and what you should be able to take with you out of the Zoom tonight. So this first one is learning Canva basics like uploading a photo, graphic sizing for each social media platform, and Canva branding tools for your organization. The second one is hopefully you should be able to learn how to create event flyers and graphics using templates and other graphic making life hacks that I kind of have either picked up over time or kind of just picked up over time. And this last one is learn how to sync your organization's social media accounts and schedule out posts using Canva's content calendar. So I want to take a little bit of a temperature check. So if you want to come off mute or drop a 1 through 5 in the chat just to gauge how familiar we are with Canva. 1 being this is your first time hearing about it, and 5 being like, I'm pretty confident about it. I know my way around. Just want to kind of feel.
I would say that wait, was it from a 1 to 10 you said?
I said 1 through 5, but
Tanya said I'm an expert.
I was like, ooh.
Okay, wait. 1 being basic and then 5 being knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would say I'm a solid 3.5.
Okay. We're in the same kind of range. I saw the 4, we got the 3.5. All right, so similar bases here. So if you have any questions along the way, again, feel free to unmute because I will be sharing my screen, but I do want to make space for anything else that you're like, still have this Canva question. So remember to save those along the way too. So then, you can go ahead and stop sharing your screen. We can get it started.
Okay, go for it.
Is my screen sharing?
Yes, it is.
Sweet. All right. So just to recap, this first one, we're going to be doing how to upload a photo, graphic sizing for each social media platform, and Canva branding tools for your organization. So we'll start with that last one and kind of work our way that way. So Canva branding tools for your org. This is the Canva homepage. So if I was to first freshly open up Canva, this is what you would see. If you don't have any graphics or projects that you've already made or already started, then you wouldn't see any of this stuff under recent designs. But this is what your homepage is going to look like. And so if you go to your left, this panel will be your best friend, I swear to you. We're going to go to brand. And actually, I have an empty team. Sorry about that. So we're gonna go to brand. And so if you didn't have anything under branding, it would be completely like this. You would have your brand logos, your brand colors, and your brand fonts. So for logos, you can click that plus sign and you're able to upload your organization's logos there. But if you don't have the Canva Pro, then unfortunately this feature is inaccessible. But if your organization does have access to Canva Pro, then when you go to brand, just switching over so you can get both perspectives. When you start to upload your logos, it would look full or something like this. So these are all the ones that we have, and then you'd be able to upload your brand colors and then your fonts as well. I think it's kind of just really important to have a consistent font, consistent colors, so that your graphics are easily identifiable when people are scrolling past it. Like, oh, when I see that pink, yellow, and blue, I'm gonna think Instituto. Or, if you use a really bold font, oh, every time I see it, I'm gonna think of your organization. So you always want your graphics to be eye-catching and really cater to the aesthetic or the brand of your organization. Does anyone have any questions about uploading your branding tools?
I have a question, Trinity. So, two questions actually. So, I am shared on the Instituto team one. Am I able to also view this when I go to brand?
Yeah, you should be able to. Where I have like this Instituto Webmasters and then there's Dream Team. The Dream Team one is just one that I mocked up, but if it doesn't say that, it will say personal. So you'll have access to your personal account. And then if you're added by a different team member, then you'll be able to see the Instituto one as well. But there's no way to sync your personal to it. So you'll just have two profiles. So you always want to be on the lookout for which one that you're on in case you're trying to make something visible to your whole team. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then the second question, which may be more of like an outside Canva question, is like, for example, I saw you have Chispa's logo. How are you able to input it like that? Did you like grab it from the website and then just take out like the background if that's what it has?
Yeah, I think that would be one way to do it, or even if you just like Google Chispa, Arizona, their logo might be like it might pop up on Google Images. So that's kind of what I would do. And then I actually use an external website to remove the background, which is one I was gonna share for life hacks. But since you mentioned it, I feel like it's appropriate to just mention right now.
For sure.
So it is. I'm gonna open up my Chrome really quick. Oh, totally doesn't want me to do that, does it? Oh, cool. Can y'all still see my Chrome?
Yeah.
Yes, I can see it.
So it's this website, remove.bg/upload. It's kind of easy to remember, but I can always drop it in the chat too or follow it up. I can drop it in your Slack, email, whatever is good for you if you want access to it. But yeah, I use this to get rid of the backgrounds. It's free to use. It doesn't have a limit for how many you can use.
Okay.
I'm trying to see an example. Mm, let's see. Like, This is a friend of mine's photo, but we're just gonna use it really quick.
Mhm.
It instantly just took out the whole background, and it does a
Oh.
pretty good job of making it clean. So
Mhm.
then you'd be able to download it there, or you can edit it if it kind of got something wrong. But I always do this, and then I'm able to upload it right to Canva.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Thank you.
yeah. So if you're looking to do that for a logo, you could always do it that way too. Any other questions about this part?
I don't have a question, but I wanted to just add to, like, if you wanted to get free membership for as a nonprofit, Canva does have like an application that you can get free membership if your nonprofit is eligible. So that's a cool cool idea for like people who are, are seeking funds or like wanting to save some money too, right, as a nonprofit. So just wanted to share that.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, that's really important too. Yeah. Because even I think for a long time I didn't have Canva Pro, so I was just making it work with what it works. So it does work that way, but kind of when you start to get into it, you'll notice that your options can be really limited that way. So definitely take up that opportunity. You got your Canva branding tools for your organization down. You got your logo. You got your colors. You have your font selection. Now you might start making some graphics. So we're gonna go back to the home page, and let's see. Let's do. Let's create a design. I'm gonna click that create a design that's in the right upper hand corner. And so for this next point, creating graphics for each social media platform, because each one does have different sizing. And for Twitter specifically, it's less strict than it used to be. So let's say like I type in Twitter here. I could do a Twitter ad, a Twitter header, a Twitter post, and even all of these are different sizes here. And so Twitter post would be this rectangular size, but they have it to where now, even if you have something that's not in these dimensions, it'll still show the full image on the feed. But it used to not be like that. So it used to be to where you had to have it in this exact shape, or else it would only show a fraction of the image if you were just to be scrolling past it. So if you still like that look of it, then I recommend still going with this size. But anytime you're looking for a specific social media platform, Instagram, they pretty much got it all. They have the portrait, the square, if you're doing videos, they have reels, stories, yeah. And you can kind of do that same process for Facebook. If you're making a Facebook event, you would want to do this Facebook event cover, Facebook post. Even if you are creating a flyer, the same flyer that's going to be posted across all social medias, I would still recommend creating that same graphic and duplicating it so that it fits each of the platforms. Any questions about that? Cool. So let's start looking into some graphics. So I just clicked an Instagram size. It is my favorite just because it's simple, it's a square, it's even on all sides. I don't have to worry about any weird proportions. So to me, this is always a clean slate. And to upload a photo, you look on this left panel, there's templates, elements, there's just kind of an infinite amount of things that you could add to your graphics. And then there's uploads. So I have my personal uploads of things I've added, but you could click upload a file and it'll let you um, upload anything from your downloads. You could do the same thing for videos. GIFs will be downloaded under videos, and then audios as well, if you were to be trying to upload a video. Yeah, so to keep going down this panel, there's also the text. So when we're looking at our branding kit and we have the font called Oswald, it'd be automatically saved here. So anytime I'm trying to type something, I don't have to like go through the fonts and search for the one I'm looking for. It'll automatically be saved there. Then we have photos, and these are stock photos that Canva has readily available for you. Let's say for tonight's night owl session, I was like looking for an owl, which I really was. They have some here, and I could either choose for some of these or I could go to Google too. That's always an option. Styles, these are just alternative branding kits, but assuming that your organization already has its colors, you might not really want to look too deep into the style section, but it's always cool. These are pretty color palettes. There are things that are appealing to the eye and things that are always going to work and not necessarily clash. If you're really into color theory and you're like, red is across the table from green, I know that from the back of my hand, this might be something that excites you to look at, especially if your organization likes to kind of change colors per like the seasons, fall, winter. That might be something cool to look at. But I think overall, you want to stick to your same colors. For us, it's going to be the pink, yellow, blue, and then the black, white, and gray. And then videos, these are stock videos that Canva has readily available to you. These are pretty cool if you're gonna do reels specifically. If you want like this one under my recently used, let's say I wanna scale this video to the size of the post. Gonna make it larger. And no matter what I add on top of this, it'll be playing in the background as a video. So I could still add my come to our event this weekend. It could be like in large font on this, and in the background, this video would be playing. So it's just a cool way to kind of mix up what your graphics look like depending on what you're making. And again, I really like these for reels. Under videos is one of backgrounds. Yeah, just some like solid backgrounds, different gradients. They have some different colors, abstract, food, textures. I always really like adding texture in the background of graphics just because it gives it some interest. For example, let's say I was going to make this our signature pink color. And I'm like, giving a little flat. What could it give? Add some more interest to it. Let's say I really like this stripe. Hold on. If it lets me. It might not. I'll do the same example under photos. So let's say, again, I'm gonna make that background pink. And let's say I'm gonna just type in texture. Let's see what pops up. We have, let's say I really like, let's say I like this paper one. I'm gonna do the same thing of scaling the image to the background, and then I would play with this transparency tool on the top right corner. You'll see edit image, you'll see crop, you can crop the image, you'll see flip if I wanted to flip the direction of it, animate, which is kind of just, yeah, giving it all these different kinds of effects. You'll see position, I can make sure that it's centered. And then right next to that, there's transparency. And if I wanted to lessen it a little bit, now my image has texture. So it just gives it a little something different, I guess. So if I was to delete it, which is just flat pink, and then doing this. Again, it's just a little thing I like to do if you're going to create a graphic for an event, or maybe you're just doing some type of thread of some sort and you want to make your background pop a little more. That's just my kind of like a personal tip I picked up over time. And you can kind of do that with anything. Doesn't necessarily have to be texture, but it could be a picture as well. And then let's see. Right under background, we have logos. Your logos. This is where they live. They're here forever. Again, here are all of ours. So anytime I'm like making a graphic, you always want to include your organization's name somewhere on it. People got to know who you are. So I would, have that to scale and put it anywhere you want. Really quick, well, I'll pause for any questions about any of the features so far.
I was going to say,
Cool, then I'll keep it moving. This picture, just for an example, it's like really catching my eye, but I'm gonna refer back to this top panel. I clicked the image, and let's say I want to edit the image. Canva has a lot of different apps, lots of cool tools that you can download for free as long as you have the Pro version. But if you don't, I think this adjust section it still comes with it, so you can edit your photos directly on there. You could change the brightness, the contrast, the saturation, and all that good stuff. But actually, one of my favorite things is this duotone. It's my recently used, but if you go down to the bottom, it would show all the apps that you're downloaded, or if you hadn't downloaded it yet, it would be under this you may also like, and it would show the app that I'm about to show. But mine is at the top, so I'm gonna click duotone, and it lets you kind of just change the colors of your graphics. Let's say I'm just gonna click a random one. But this would be like this yellow and orange that they have. But you could go from there. You would click it and click it again. And you could change your highlight color. If I wanted it to be like more of our Instituto yellow, and I could change the shadow to pink or blue. And it lets you like really get creative with it. And so I really like this feature. And then it also lets you curate it more to your exact colors that you're looking for. I think this picture might have been like a little too wonky to like select, but yeah, it lets you get creative with it. So it's one of my favorite features. Yeah. Any other questions about this section?
I was gonna just uplift what Paula is saying, that y'all are letting us on the secret. Instituto does not gatekeep. That's so true. Definitely true.
Definitely. Cool. So then I think we're good to go to our next point, which I guess I'll just jump right into it. That was the event flyers, graphics using templates. So I'm gonna close out of this tab, but let's go back to our homepage. And so let's build a flyer together. So let's think of an event. Like, what do we want to host, y'all? Like, we're doing this together.
Paulette is the event planner. I would what are you thinking, Paulette?
Wait, why?
Because you're always, well, the programs,
Oh,
yes. For
yes.
like for your like what, let's make like a hypothetical, like
Oh, we're
maybe
gonna do an example.
yes.
Okay. Like, we have a performance night coming up.
Ooh.
Yeah, so like some flamenco will be involved in there. So some dancing, some performers, some dancing performers.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. So we got a performance, dance, flamenco night. Sounds extravagant. So what I'll do in this like top search engine, I'll go ahead and click that, and I like to type in keywords. I do this if I'm just looking for inspiration, or I'm like, I don't know where to start. I don't know. Let's see what Canva has to offer, because we don't need to overwork our brains since there's already a template out there for us. So let's see what they have under dance. Okay. Okay, they have some cute options so far. I like this. These people in the middle dancing there. And when I'm going through this, I'm not looking necessarily for one template that's gonna be my entire flyer. I'm looking for elements of it. What parts of the graphic do I like? Do I like the colors that they're using? Do I like the some of the icons and the imagery that they're using? Is it the background? Stuff like that. So, ooh, how do we feel about like this right here? I personally like the curtains. I like that there's people on a stage. I like that there's speakers next to it. Let's go for it. Let's go for it.
I like it. Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, so what I could do from here, if we're gonna go down kind of like the checklist, is are these colors aligned with my brand? I'd be like, nah, not really. Or maybe they do, but since we're building this out together, what do we want our colors to be? What is our organization colors?
I'll go with the pink and yellow. Instituto. Or blue too.
So that is already in our branding kit. Perfect. We don't gotta go search for it. So something I could do, start honestly just changing it up, seeing what I like, playing around with it. I'll change these green curtains to pink. Change this like green line moment. Maybe I'll turn that to yellow. And the template already had yellow on it, but maybe it's not like the exact yellow that I'm looking for. You can always change that to the ground. Let's see what it looks like blue. The speakers, you could honestly change like everything about the flyer. um, let's see what the inside of the speakers look like black. And then this dark green color, let's see. We could change that to yellow, more green. Let's see. How do we feel about white?
I like it. It stands out.
Yeah. I like that you kind of brought that point up too. Like if I was to make this pink, although it checks the box that it is in the color scheme, it totally fades into the background and it's not as visible. So something as white would help it stick out more. Let's see how black looks. Nah, not as visible. So we would stick with white there. When there's people on it, I think like usually that's like a dead giveaway that we're using a Canva template, but there's nothing wrong with that because these people are cute. But I personally like to change their outfit colors, don't want them to look as they came. Let's go ahead. Let's see. I like to make my people BIPOC, so we're gonna make them a little brown. Let's mess with their hair color. And some parts of the kind of the like the icon, you're not able to change just how like, let's see, was it how this person's hair is green and their shoes are green and this person's shirt is green. We wouldn't be able to go ahead and change all of that. But since it's the color, we could change the color overall. So, it's a hit or miss with that. If like you wanted someone's hair to be green, but you didn't want the person's shirt to be green. So it's just kind of, we're gonna use black just to play it safe here. I want to change the person's dress, maybe. Let's try the blue. And so instantly we took our graphic from like this, where was it? We took our graphic from this to this. And we didn't have to do too much work to do it, but all we did was change our colors to our brands, and that already made such a big difference. So then we could look at our font. This one is using the font called Mary Kate, but let's say I want to use the font that like is in my branding toolkit. I could highlight the whole text. We're gonna change it Oswald, just to be consistent. I really like this font that's underneath it though, so we might want to keep that. But what is there anything else that we want to call our event? Maybe it's not Happy International Dance Day.
What was it called? It was flamenco.
We don't have a name for it yet, but essentially it'll be like our partner organizations tabling at this event where we'll have like performers, and it won't really be like a training. It's just like everyone, the community has a chance to get involved with like the organizations that have a presence there. So maybe like a block party, could that be inspo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love the block party idea. So, well, oh, sorry. What I just did is I just clicked that, hit the backspace, and it's gone. But of course, like if you ever want something to come back, you can hit that Control Z to undo it, or in the top left hand corner, there's this undo arrow, and I could always hit that too. So I'm gonna get rid of that and block party. Let's say it's the Instituto block party. I'm gonna highlight this just out of my personal preference. I feel like the spacing is a little large, so it's kind of like the Canva thing is kind of just playing with your personal preference, and then you'll kind of get to know your style a little bit more as time goes. And then to stick with organization colors, again, let's get rid of that green. And what they've done to the font is they added an effect to it. How it has this yellow is the main color, then behind it in the shadow is this green color. So I could highlight the whole text and then click effects in this top panel. And then they have shadow, which is the one they're using, but there's lift, hollow, which is just the outline of the text, splice, you can always change the colors of them. There's echo, glitch, neon, and then a background highlight too, and you can change the color of that too. And then one of my favorite ones is this curve. So you could either form it a perfect circle or you can adjust it. And you could adjust any of them if you like the effect, but you don't like the intensity of it. You could go ahead and adjust. But for this one, it's like this curve effect, which is pretty cool. Maybe we should keep this for this one. Maybe it doesn't quite fit with the curtains though. we'll leave it this time.
Yeah. Looks good though. I like it.
So let's center that. Let's bring back the shadow just to check it out, see what it looks like. I would change the background color to maybe let's try black. And the transparency of it is really low. So if I want it to be more visible, I would bring it over to the right a little more. And let's say I like it like that. Cool. And then of course on your flyers, you always want to make sure that you have your date, your time, your location, if it's virtual, your RSVP link, all that good stuff. Let's say, when is our event?
This is in October, let's say 30th, because there is no day, but October 30th, let's say that's October. So now it'll be kind of cooler. So probably 6 p.m. 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. In Yuma County.
You'll have to add some pumpkins or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, it'd be cool. Halloween block party. That'd be so
Wait,
dope.
that's true. I didn't think about it.
Yes.
Oh.
You can do a costume contest. Oh my God, so many ideas.
Yeah, this is about to be a lit event. You could put pumpkin heads on the people dancing or something.
Oh my, dude,
Ooh.
do it, Trinity.
Us creating the flyer 2 months in advance. That's funny.
In effects, I just typed in pumpkins. We can see what they got. They have a gift version of it. Where the pumpkins with the faces at? Let's see what they have under carved. Ooh. Carved pumpkin. Okay, this one's pretty good. We could change the sizing of it so it fits the head.
Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Add a ghost in there. Yeah, and then I guess, yeah, just playing around with the colors and stuff. Yo, I'm learning so much, y'all. Like, you have no idea.
Wait, hold on. I feel like I need to check my computer percentage. It looks like it's gonna 6%. Oh no. Well, we are almost at time actually. Yeah. Sorry, I'll stop sharing really quick and then I'll go grab that. Okay, yeah, feel free to kind of, I don't know, yeah, chill while I'll be back. Yeah.
This meeting is being recorded.
So head back. Well, let me see how much time we have left. Honestly, we kind of did hit all of our points. Tanya, if you're able to share the slides again, we could go back to that slide with all three of our objectives.
Okay, on it. There we go. Next, that one we did 2, and we're on 3.
Oh, sweet. So then, yeah, I guess then briefly I'll go over the content calendar and then we'll start to close it out. So let's say that we're all done with our graphic. We love it. It's looking good. We got pumpkin heads. We got a block party. People are dancing. To start kind of scheduling things out and syncing our social media accounts, I could click share here in that right top hand corner. And since this is a Instagram template, I could upload it to Instagram from there. Oh, I would click Instagram business and then you can connect it to your Facebook as well so that you're able to cross post it, which just means that once you upload it to Instagram, it will automatically upload to your Facebook since those are owned by the same company. It's able to do that. But if I finish this graphic, I would want to possibly like resize it for our Facebook. So that goes back to our home page. Under that, create a design where I could type in Facebook. and do that. And I could schedule it through there. I could create my resizing and for Twitter and then schedule it through there. And you could do it manually one by one like that, or in our left-hand panel under content calendar. Again, this is only a feature that's available for Canva Pro. I could go to content calendar and it shows our entire month of August. You could flip through the days, you could flip through the months as well. And then it has all of our holidays or like random things that Canva thinks is a holiday on there. So it had like International Cat Day, World Humanitarian Day, and it'll pop up some templates for you based on the date, which is pretty cool. But you can always go in and add your own holidays as place savers. But since let's say I finish my graphic, I could click that plus sign when I hover over a day, and I could directly upload um, the graphic that we just made. And at select a channel, I could click that Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Slack. Like you could do all of it. Canva got it all. And you could also schedule out and draft up your caption on here as well. And if you aren't sure yet, you could save your draft or you could go through with scheduling it like that. And over time, you keep adding them, you'll be able to see your entire weeks and your entire days laid out, which is pretty cool. So that is our content calendar and how to sync our org socials. Do we have any questions about that really quick? Perfect. So I will stop sharing and we could head on over back to our slides and wrap it up. So a quick share out. What are some of your takeaways from tonight's Canva one-on-one? Feel free to drop in the chat or unmute. No pressure.
I'll go first. Honestly, it doesn't matter how many times I've touched Canva, I've always learned something new. You know, and everyone has like different tricks. So like I learned something from like Trinity and like how to, I didn't even know about the content calendar. And I think that's such a wonderful tool for orgs to use, like a one-stop shop that Canva can be for them. You know, because there's so many tools out there, and if there's like a one place that has it all, I think go ahead and use that. But yeah, that was really cool. Thank you, Trinity.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. I'll also highlight in the chat what Paulette said. That said the fonts was a big one. I would just change the font and size, but there's so many effects. There really, really are. They also said linking it to social media too. I didn't know. Yeah, super cool. And also, if y'all want to answer the second question is, do you still have any questions about Canva and what it has to offer? This could have been about something we went over or something that you still have a question on that you didn't get answered. Sweet. Awesome. Thank y'all so much for your feedback. We can hop on over to the next. So we have this quick survey. So since we're running short on time, if you have your phone readily available, you could go ahead and kind of like do that thing, or I'll drop the link to it in the chat. And this is just letting me know how you felt about tonight. Do you like the night owl sessions? If you're like, actually, I'm more of a morning person now, sorry. Like, totally let us know. Totally let us know. Is there anything that I, as a facilitator, could do better? Kind of just open to all of that good feedback. So again, I'll drop the link in the chat right now, or you can scan that QR code. Oh, sweet. I didn't notice that you dropped it. Cool. And then I think we'll have one more slide while y'all fill that out. So we're just gonna let you know about some upcoming events and other announcements that we have. You might have to press another arrow. Yeah, there we go. So we have another Night Owl and Comms training coming up with the dynamic T, the two T's, with Tanya on October 29th, 7 to 8. Tanya does a really awesome job on just toning in on that newsletter, crafting out the outline, a total newsletter wizard. So if there's anyone to learn from, it is Tanya here in the flesh. So I myself am excited to attend that. And also, we're offering some coaching, one-on-one coaching. We offered coaching in data and digital and comms. So if you're in the digital and comms, you'd be either meeting with myself or Tanya. We have for higher level coaching as well. If you want to send it out to your executive directors at your organizations, you could take a look at that. And we offer lots of different coaching as well. And then if you have any training ideas or training requests, you're like, I really need help with this. The Canva was great, but I still don't know XYZ. That would be the space for you to let us know. So I'll drop all those links in the chat. And then we're good to go. If there's no more questions, thank y'all all so much for joining us tonight. It was my pleasure to go over Canva and answer all the questions that y'all have.
Yay! Great job, Trinity.
That was an
I mean,
amazing job. Yes, Trinity. All the flowers to you both, but this was great.